Lights, camera, action. In a studio where local filmmakers talk to other filmmakers about the inside world of film. Cut! That's not the script. It. We'll fix it in post. Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Mumphrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Carson Hype Ferguson explain all the details. Right here on It. We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're listening, I thank you for doing so. I am Kevin Mumphrey, and this is Fuck It. We'll Fix It in Post. I'm here with my colleagues, Victoria V.A. Jones.
What's going on?
And Carson Hype Ferguson.
Yeah.
So we've been out for about, maybe a month or two?
Yeah, last time was your fault.
My fault?
Yeah.
Wait, how was this my fault?
It was your fault.
It was your fault.
How was it? Look, I must have forgot. How was it my fault?
Because you didn't show up.
Hey, Roy Jones over here didn't understand, didn't remember. He must have forgot.
No, that's probably literally what happened.
No, that is what happened.
So-
I was here.
Yeah.
I forgot that I forgot.
Karsten was here.
Well, what happened was, I guess I forgot. I didn't forget this time. So, some few things didn't happen. We're just going to go over some things that happened while we were out.
Thanks to Kevin.
By the way, with the t-shirt that he has, which it's hot as fuck now, and we got hoodies and not t-shirts.
I mean, if you think cool thoughts,
Oh, okay.
the hoodie will work.
Okay.
Technically, this is kind of a hoodie.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not a hoodie. It's not a hoodie.
For being technical with it.
Go ahead. What are we
So-
talking about today?
All right, first thing I'm going to bring up, and probably one of the biggest movies that's being talked about right now is Sinners. As of now, it has grossed $300 million worldwide with a budget of just $90 million. So just want to get some initial thoughts.
I think it's a good thing. You know, we need more black producers, not producers, directors. We need producers.
Because I believe Coogler's him and his wife are producers in this film.
That makes sense.
Which I know. Did you see it, by the way?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Carson, have you seen it? Now I know this is gonna be weird for me to say that I've seen it 3 times. It is 2 elements of film that I usually refrain from watching, which is horror and musical, and it has both elements in it.
Ain't that something?
I know.
So what made you?
Not only did I watch it in IMAX.
What made you like it?
So, one, I would say the story.
He wasn't scared.
Oh, there was some. So after the initial first watch, when I know what's happening, then I can kind of. It's not like full-fledged horror as in the sense, but also I kind of want to bring this up. Do y'all think that like today's version of a horror film, because this is what I kind of got from Center, like it was a musical, had a bit of horror to it, had vampires. I like vampire movies. That was kind of the sell for me.
Ain't that horror though? Vampire movies?
Can be.
Depends.
It can be.
Vampire in Brooklyn played more like a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
But with horror, and I think this is because maybe the horror film I've paid the most attention to. You can throw a lot of elements to it. You can be incredibly creative with horror, unlike maybe any other genre of film. And you've directed multiple genres, so would you think that's the case?
I don't know. It depends.
Oh,
Ask the question again.
so do you think as a director, directing horror is more? You can be more creative. Let's say even technically, like maybe with lighting or with the actors or even with sets.
Every genre has an element. It has certain rules to make it what it is, right? So you can break the rules, but there's a specific thing that has to happen within a horror film to make it horror.
So as far as breaking the rules, how do you think is easier? You can break more rules with horror than, let's say, a rom-com.
You can break rules with anything. I break rules all the time.
We know this.
But at the same time, It just has to, it has to have that feeling. So something that's scary to me might not be scary to you, right? Or something that's scary to Karsten might not be scary to me.
I ain't never scared.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna put you to the test.
Hey, I'm just quoting lyrics over here, man. Like, hey, that was perfect timing right there.
So in the element of, I say, sinners, right? There's certain things that might be scary to certain people or culture or something like that, right? That draws you back to it. That says, oh, this is a scary film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in a rom-com, certain things might not be romantic to certain people, right? So what's romantic to me might not be romantic to you or you. So
And
it's an element of the circumstances and what it is. That's why I say you can always break the rules.
Now, that's funny you brought it up because you always hear this one case, and when you talking about what's maybe scary to me may not be for you. But I always say, like with certain film or American films, they say why it may not translate overseas because our ideal of romance, China's idea of romance may be different,
Right.
or horror may be viewed differently in, say, Dubai than it would be in America. So they'll think American movies wouldn't sell overseas.
Right.
But yet, we're here at 300 million worldwide with a $90 million budget.
Well, part of that is like it needs to be authentic to whatever the culture that it's supposed to represent. So like The Grudge did well over here. And was that Japanese?
Yeah.
And that was a horror.
Yeah.
And then they did an American version of it too. You know what I'm saying? But the
what Halle Berry?
Was she in it? I know they had like 3 versions. They had an international version, they had the original Japanese, and then they remade it with American actors.
Was that The Grudge that she was in?
I don't remember the actors, but I just know they had, and it could have even been Japanese actors that just like acted, using, they didn't dub it.
Yeah.
Cause like it did so well, they just recreated it basically. Because I know it was like on an international film channel, and it made the rounds in the festivals and stuff like that.
First it was, you said Japanese.
Yeah, I believe so.
So I wonder what year they made that, because I don't know what.
2004. Sarah Michelle Gellar was in it.
Was it Halle Berry though?
I'm not seeing Halle Berry.
Okay.
Oh, I definitely didn't see that.
Halle Berry.
It definitely. Yeah,
it was some other movie that she was in though. It wasn't.
She was in Monsters Ball.
That's not a scary movie.
That's not a scary movie.
To some people it is.
Well, you know what? I will agree with you on that. How about that? To some people, yes.
Mm-hmm. They didn't. Their woman of their dreams was that was scary.
Never Let Go was considered a horror.
What?
I guess.
What?
It's a film that you took my Halle Berry, but that was in 2020.
Never Let Go.
Yeah.
I'm
a mother with schizophrenia.
No, that ain't it.
That ain't it.
That ain't it.
So, yeah, that's the only thing that's kind of popping up for that.
Never mind. Go ahead. Next topic.
You brought up culture with sinners, and lost my train of thought for a quick second. But it really, that was probably one of the other, that, and also with me, I'm kind of the, I guess, film nerd about this. I like to look at how films light black people. This film does very
like
well. No, light.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. So I thought.
But it's a black director, so what do you expect? He's gonna light everybody good.
Well, here's the thing: the director of photography is an Asian woman.
That don't mean nothing.
Hey, no, I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, but that person's probably worked with Coogler before as like an assistant or something like that, and then because he brings a lot of people back, including his what do you call it, the not the audio engineer, but the like one of his principal music guys. It's like a German guy.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he's done a number of things for him. He's really good.
Yeah, he's like legendarily good.
Yeah,
and the fact like he composes for different genres, and he does it authentically. Like even the music you would hear in this, you wouldn't expect this guy to have been the one that composed it.
No, I would because I know his track
But
record.
you know his track
Because
record.
like this dude is like heavy hitter.
Yeah.
You say it's from Germany?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of German producers do pop.
Well, I mean, it's beyond pop though, because he like for him to be able to do the Black Panther,
Yeah.
and then switch between all these different types of films.
Logwin, or I can't even pronounce their brother's name, but yes, he's really good.
Yeah, dope. And then the fact of the matter is, he's worked with him before, a lot.
Yeah,
and then worked with a number of other people. As
I believe they went to college together. So I think he's worked on. Yeah, he worked on Wakanda. He's worked on Creed, Black Panther. Yeah, he's worked on all of Coogler's major films.
Yeah, that makes sense.
From even Fruitvale Station, he's worked on all of them. He's done the Odyssey, Turning Red, Venom. Like his composure, his Oppenheimer. He's done Oppenheimer. Like it's all over the place.
I mean, is it? Because like you got to think, like a lot of these dudes, like if he's born in Germany or whatever, he's probably more eclectic anyway. Because like he's probably like listening to more
different sounds.
Yeah. But I'm saying like getting classically trained and then possibly getting into hip hop and all this other stuff.
Yeah, like Merry Freaking Christmas. It looks very rom-comish. Top 5.
That's a Chris Rock one, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Yes, it is Chris Rock.
Okay, like I never seen that, but
Top 5.
Yeah, I never seen it.
I saw it. Not that bad. It's better than you would think it would.
I think I just got busy and I never.
That one?
The Chris Rock movie with Top 5. Chris Rock. It's like a whole bunch of comedians. I think Rosario.
Did it have what's her name? Jones. Her last name is Jones.
Rashida?
No.
No, you're thinking Rosario Dawson.
I'm definitely not thinking that.
Oh, that's who's in it.
Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones. Oh, the comedian. Yeah, she's in it too.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Which was right there on your phone.
Well,
you know how
name Jones.
Yeah, but you know how generic a Jones name is
Wow.
in the black community.
Thousands of Jones.
I mean,
It's only top 5, and you want to know what? I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Okay. Hence the last name Jones.
Look, just go ahead and get the sponsorship from the identity theft commercial right now. We just need to get that on. So
Also, I wanted to talk about the I think you have heard conversations about the deal that Coogler got for this film.
Right.
That he gets ownership of the film in 25 years. He basically first, I think they call it first rights, or
I can't remember.
He gets opening day profits, which
Yeah, and they're hounding him for his deal like it's never happened before. When it's happened millions of times, people just don't hound those other people for it.
I don't know if it's happened a lot, but it has happened. Like I saw Quentin Tarantino's had it, and I saw like 2 other directors. But
I'm pretty sure it's more than just that people don't know about.
yeah, but like honestly, like a lot of people don't push for ownership, so it's probably a short list. Honestly, like of all directors and stuff like that.
Who would even have that sway? And Coogler knows, because I mean, before this film, his films has grossed $2 billion. So
Every film since Fruitvale Station has made money.
Yeah,
beyond the budget.
And at this point, he kind of I would say like today's top director. He's definitely on the list now.
He's
and I'm just talking about even before. I mean, it's pretty much in stone now.
Well, he's rumored to get a Marvel movie.
What? I mean, he's going to redo.
No, I'm not talking about Black Panther. I'm talking about like Iron Man or one of those deals. Like, hey, we're giving you like a key Marvel film.
This must be because he's getting ready to do X-Files now.
Well, he has another show that's coming out. I think it's Marvel. It has something to do with Marvel.
No, I think it's Ironheart.
Yeah.
Like he's not the director. He's the producer.
It's still
Probably
same thing.
Probably like executive producer because that doesn't have his fingerprints on it like that. They probably try to save it like after the fact because this movie it was shot in what 22, and then they kind of shelved it because like in nerd culture or whatever wasn't really well received in the comics, and then just I don't know, kind of just like one of those weird kind of things, like they're trying to like upstage Iron Man kind of deal.
Yeah.
At least that's what the people online are talking about.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, like, and then certain characters they have a hard time with actually doing the hero's journey, so they kind of short step certain things.
But I think it's it might be a limited series. I think
It's a Disney Plus limited series.
Yeah, so
that's probably why. Because of the fanfare and all that stuff, and it had I want to say at least 2 to 3 directors like allegedly associated with it.
Yeah,
and it had some production issues.
Well, I mean, the whole the 2 to 3 directors thing, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but I mean, Marvel in general is like all over the place. Like, I'm surprised Thunderbolts did what it did.
I mean, do you feel, because I mean, y'all have all seen the kind of promotion and the marketing for Sinners. Compare that to Thunderbolts. Now, I knew, and not to say that people may not have known it was coming out, but to me, as far as the marketing and everything of it, it felt like something that was coming out, not now, but like maybe another month. Like, it felt like it was coming, but I was surprised when I was researching stuff like, oh, Thunderbolts was out this weekend. So does y'all feel the same for you all?
I ain't gonna lie. Even if I knew it was coming out, I don't think I would have saw it.
So the marketing didn't necessarily.
That didn't affect me.
It didn't.
Nah.
Motivate you.
Marvel ain't hit the same since Endgame. I mean, a couple Spider-Man films, and really not even the first Spider-Man film after that. It was really the second and the third.
I feel like there was. I hate that I'm kind of proving your point. I'm like, there's gotta be one that did that I liked pretty well outside of Endgame. I just can't think of it right now. But like, I know there's one. And
you sure there's one?
Spider-Man. The last 2 Spider-Man.
They're okay, just not memorable.
Whatever. But you got 3 Spider-Man on screens. Come on, man. Not memorable, man.
No.
They actually did fan service, and like people were like actually excited. They got some goodwill with the actual people that are hardcore comic book fans. Because like, I mean, if somebody just like a casual like watcher of this stuff or knows about it like, tacitly, I mean, you could pretty much give them almost anything that's passable and they're gonna watch it. But will they watch it again? Is it worth a second watch?
It's pretty much pop culture at this point, almost like a Superman or a Batman.
Yeah, but you can mess it up though. You can mess it up.
Yeah, just like they messed up Batman in certain elements, and they messed up Superman in certain elements.
Well, my thing with Superman is I think it's next to impossible to make a really good Superman movie because
why
the character's boring. Like, I just
to him.
What's the character boring though?
You can't kill him unless there's you gotta get a rock from another planet to kill this dude.
But there's a lot of those rocks on this planet, and then like he died in the comic book series.
What them huge Doomsday? But he's missed. Oh, and if he puts on glasses, he's Clark Kent. Nobody noticed any difference. He's just a whole nother dude. Oh my God, he doesn't even kind of look like Superman. No, I've liked
Kevin. Take your glasses off.
I don't look that much different.
You sure the fuck do.
I not that much different. Yeah, the TV series WB had.
Smallville.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm a Smallville. I'm a Smallville fan.
Superman, to me, that was interesting. Once he put that cape on, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, like the whole process was him in his moniker. He was always Superman, because Superman is just a set of powers. It's really like what he learned to be human.
But they're coming out with a new one, so
of course they are.
We'll see. But it has the what's the dog's name?
Crypto.
Yeah, it had.
Yeah, but I'm like, there's so many shot for shot like looks. Some of the stuff that I've seen, I'm like, I don't know.
Are you ever gonna give anything a chance?
Yeah.
What?
Not that. No, I mean seriously. Like I would give certain stuff a chance, but like once I start seeing certain patterns, I'm like,
Did you see the change they made in the previews?
Which one?
So the latest one, I guess there's a in the preview, somebody throws a can at Superman's head. But in the new one, well, Superman blinks when he has the can thrown at him. They took the blinking out. A very small thing, but it like became a bit of a online story.
I don't know.
When they re-released it.
I don't know.
It's like, why would he even do that? I guess it kind of like Superman isn't bothered by it, but like I'm blinking at a can being thrown at his head.
I mean, it is a choice, a subconscious choice, and if you can get him to react to a can getting thrown at him, then like, is he really that super? Because you remember that scene in Iron Man 2 where like Tony's like doing a race car and then Mickey Rourke's character, he's like, all I have to do is make God bleed.
That was a badass line too.
No, but I mean, like, but it's like you have to show that his invulnerability or whatever, or that he's not invulnerable. And then now everybody's taking shots at you.
Now I will say, before I move on to this next subject, you all should see Sinners. I think just if you're a film nerd, you'll love it just from the technicality of it. Storytelling, I think people will love it. It's a great story. Now, what I'm hating, and it's caused a lot of conversation, especially online, TikTok, all that. People are, this is a debate, like, you should make a sequel of it, or make it a prequel. And I'm like, no, don't if it's a good story, let's just leave it at that. That we don't want to turn this into Star Wars.
I haven't, if they do it respectfully in a good way, I have no issue with that. But it's always in the execution. I don't care about, whatever, but it's like execution. Like, I mean, because case in point, Ghostbusters Afterlife. I was like, it was more like had that Stranger Fields kind of thing, but I think they did respect to the franchise.
Now, I
you talking about the one with the with all the other
the Egon's like
the original cast in there, right?
Well, everybody except the dude to play Egon.
Yeah,
because he passed. But it's got his like granddaughter, and it's like a legacy kind of thing.
Okay.
That Afterlife was the last one. It's got Paul Rudd in it.
Yeah, I know something about that.
Yeah, like, and there's another one before then. I can't remember. Actually, no, I take that back. Afterlife is the one, and then there's Frozen Empire, which is the last one. That's the one where they're in New York. And Ernie Hudson like revised his character and came back. He was like the money guy. He bought the fire station they originally worked out of in the original movie.
Yeah.
I thought they did a pretty good, decent job. And the son of the guy that originally wrote the screenplay was on writing this. And I was like, I mean, that's cool. If it don't work out though, you would like hold them to the coals though. You know what I'm saying? Over nepotism and all that.
Yeah.
But it better be good if you're getting anybody like related to these people.
I just don't want it because they saw it did well. And once you know they're doing a sequel or anything, it's a money play. So we already know it's a money play, but it's like, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easy. That was one location in one space in one town. How do we know these vampires aren't taking over the White House? And you can expand the universe from there.
See, I hear that, and I know this is weird coming from me. That's starting to sound like it's heading to the Fast and Furious realm.
I mean, like if you get a franchise, whatever, and it does well, I mean, I have no problem with them doing sequels until it's bad. I'm not watching. I may not watch them all, but I'm saying like I have no problem with you. It'd be like, oh, see, they should have stopped last time.
Just like Fast and Furious, huh?
I know it should have stopped a long time ago.
Right.
But I enjoyed the ridiculousness of Fast.
Waste of money.
A lot of people do it. It makes a lot of money. Also,
waste.
I heard a guy say this a long time ago, involving films. He said, you know why action films do well internationally?
Why?
Because everybody understands what a punch to the face means. It's a is a universe. An explosion and a punch in the face means the same thing everywhere.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Like everybody knows a punch in the face, and everybody knows an exploding building or vehicle. But 2 more points I wanted to point out.
I'm glad he clarified building or vehicle, because there's other explosions that are very unpleasant.
Well, we're not thinking about all that right now.
Wow.
There's 2 other points we make it.
My mind went so many places, and the fact is, I need you to. What's the 2 points? What's the 2 points?
So one, so the film is based out of Clarksville, Mississippi,
Right.
but it was obviously a film's never filmed where it's based at, so they filmed it in New Orleans. But in Clarksville, they have no movie theaters. So
What's the population out there?
I don't know. I haven't been to Clarksville, Mississippi since I was a kid. But what they're going to do in June, actually, they're going to set up a screening in Clarksville.
Where it?
In Clarksville, Mississippi.
No. Didn't you just say there's no theaters there?
They're going to set something up there. Like this is stuff they're working on currently, but they're going to create a showing in Clarksville, Mississippi.
There has to be a town or a city like right next to it.
No, but if you're gonna do the moniker, you got to do something in the city.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the fact of they don't have a theater there.
I'm looking at they go to South Haven, Mississippi, or Memphis if they're going to see a movie.
How far is that from Memphis?
It's I believe it's like 30, 40 minutes.
Okay.
It may be longer than that, honestly. It's pretty far, but
30 minutes.
It doesn't surprise me.
You know, that's like you hear the downtown Nashville.
Yeah, I mean, but it's all relative, right? So like 30 minutes at 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I ain't trying to make that trip.
Yeah.
There's also a lot for. I'm checking just for. No, I was wrong. That's an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, never mind.
And that's just to South Haven. So really like a movie theater, because they would be coming from my side of town. That's like another maybe 10, 15 minutes if they're going into Memphis to watch a movie.
Oh yeah.
So that's
they're
gonna have
don't know about that.
Yeah. So there's gonna be a meet and greet and all that. Also, one of the actors who is the body double for Michael B. Jordan, is a Nashville native.
Oh, that's what's up. Congratulations.
Person Bell, like, I got when Coogler was talking about him on The Breakfast Club, I was like, I've heard that name before. Like, where did I hear that name? And then I just looked on IMDb, like, wait a minute, he's from here. Oh damn! And he actually got interviewed from the station I worked at.
That's what's up.
A few weeks ago. So
congratulations
to you. Shout out to Percy Bell.
Oh, Percy?
Yes.
Oh man, that's good people right there, man. I was like, he's gonna say this name, right?
I said it twice.
You didn't say his name not one time. I was like, damn, he gonna name his name? I'm just waiting. I'm not gonna introduce it. Yeah, Percy's good. Percy's good people. He's real good people. I worked on a couple projects with him.
So I saw him in a project with somebody else I knew like a few years ago. That's why I knew the name. And then I heard it on Breakfast. I'm like, I know I've heard that name before. So I looked at it like, oh, okay.
That's what's up. Congratulations, Percy.
Some Nashville in some major films. Now,
yeah, Percy be working too. He be working.
God bless him.
Shout out to him.
I don't know if this next subject is gonna be a downer or not, but
he doesn't know, but just assume.
Yeah, and he got notes.
Did anyone see the Snow White movie?
No.
I'll let VA take care of that.
You know what? Listen. I think it is on.
It's streaming now, I believe.
That's what I saw it on YouTube movies.
So,
I didn't look at it, but I saw
on YouTube.
It. You know YouTube movies. Yeah, you can rent.
I didn't know it went that far.
Oh yeah. It's on. Yeah, it's on there. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. And when did it come out?
Damn, like it felt like a few months ago.
It wasn't a few months ago. It could have been a few months ago.
Like it was that. It didn't feel like it was that long. I was just looking online and I saw a story on it. I was like, wait a minute. It can't be. It
might have been a few months ago, but I think it just came out though, and now they have it on streaming services.
Yeah, it came out in March. March 21st.
Okay.
Like, wait a minute. The sun ain't even completely out yet. It's already streaming.
Yeah, I definitely saw it on YouTube, and I kind of chuckled to myself. I'm like, your eyes deceiving me.
Yo, I gotta look this up. I saw it on. I forgot what streaming service it was, but not YouTube. Not YouTube. That's supposed to be the last.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
You can rent movies on YouTube.
Yeah, but I would think you would want it on Netflix before.
Yeah, but if you have exclusive rights like deal with like YouTube or like a limited rights deal with YouTube, take the money. Take the money and run.
And honestly, you gotta take any dollars you can get but this film. So did not do so well. Seemed like the magic reflecting box office success stuff. Disney's latest live action. I'm right. I'm reading my script, by the way.
Yeah, we noticed.
Despite a massive budget and extensive marketing, which
they market that? I never.
They market. Here's the thing: they market the hell out that movie. The problem is the process of that marketing, that whole like promotion was a whole mess. Like
old girl kept on putting her foot in her mouth.
Yeah,
on red carpets and all that stuff, and she was denigrating. She was denigrating the projects that came before, and I'm like, she's talking about how like the Prince Charming was creepy, and
so
I was like, yo,
I
like
did not see that during the whole promotion. I didn't see that till like I was looking it up afterwards. I'm like, when did this? I didn't even see this.
I think it was before the strike where she said that piece, because it was supposed to come out a long time ago. But they kept on sitting on it, like waiting, pushing it. But they're not. It's not going by the way of Batgirl though.
Yeah, and I did not see her go. Like that's how much shit was involved. Bullshit came from the promotion of the film. There's some of this I didn't see till way later. But also, and this is something I was just looking up. How does a film kind of get into profit?
Yeah.
So the production budget for this film was $270 million. They put $100 million into marketing.
This
like it doesn't feel like it, but I mean,
but I'm saying I never saw any marketing. Like and the thing is, even with YouTube or stuff like that, I watch YouTube all the time. So they always put their marketing in there. They always put previews and stuff like that in there. I didn't see nothing about that.
Yeah, but you're not the target audience, probably. If you didn't see anything, you probably weren't the target audience.
But you would feel like with $100 million, like I don't know what $100 million in marketing looked like. But I would think everybody would.
It depends on market. Depends on marketing, like what market you're in and all this stuff. Like $100 million in LA in marketing ain't gonna take you as far as like $100 million in Iowa.
Well, I mean, they're not doing it just that's globally.
No, but I'm saying but that's what I'm saying though. I'm saying it depends on where are they spending, where are they deploying the dollars? I mean, because is it like little kids? You like advertising on Roblox? Like who's your market?
Now, I bring up all that money to say this movie would have had to make $370 million for it to break even. Did not do that.
Yeah, that's understandable. Because
I don't know how bad I thought this was going to be, or I thought it would do really well like the first maybe 2 weeks, just out of all the little because sometimes chaos does well.
Depend on the movie though.
And I give you an example. The movie we were talking about a little while ago that's had this whole Blake Lively situation.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
It's all chaos.
But that wasn't
and a lawsuit.
But I'm saying that's a different type of movie. I'm saying, and it wasn't in theaters or nothing like that. They put it on Netflix.
It's also probably hurt the movie too, because the intended audience or whatever is like looking negative at Blake Lively now because of all the stuff that popped up.
This whole process, like first they was looking bad at the
dude,
then it was Blake. Now Taylor Swift is somehow involved in this.
Well, allegedly,
now the husband too.
Well, yeah, Ryan Reynolds allegedly was like in the middle of it, trying to play referee, and Taylor Swift like caught a stray.
Yeah, so it's like it was messy all over, but the project did well because I was looking into it. I was like, this if Snow White did bad, this movie had to have been tarnished. But no, it did very well.
So it depends. I'm telling you, it depends on what the circumstances are. It depends on what the controversy is. What Blake was doing and saying ties into the movie, quote unquote, a little bit, not a little bit.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. So, and that's why I would have thought for that project, it would have kind of made people not necessarily want to watch it.
No, it will make people want to watch it more.
It depends. Depends on the audience.
Elaborate.
Depends on the audience. There's no elaboration needed. I mean, like, some audiences are more sophisticated. Some are less. Some want, like, sloppy Joe. Others want, like, filet mignon. Like, it depends on audience. Like, is your audience highbrow and doesn't deal with that stuff, or do they want the mess? I feel like somebody will watch, like, a Medea film or whatever, wants, like, a little bit more sloppiness in the film. That's not a slight. I'm just saying.
I think there's another Medea coming out, by the way.
I thought he was done with them. I thought he hung the dress up.
Nah, he brought it back out.
Yeah. Hey, if Superman ain't done, Medea ain't neither.
Medea ain't Superman. Yeah, you remember that time? You remember that time we were talking and somebody was like, "Hey, ain't your grandma like that?" And I was like, I
don't want to talk about this story. Y'all need to end the episode now. So now,
I just want to put it out there. So Snow White did make $225 million, but it needed to make $410 million. So that's why I guess it's on YouTube now.
What is a streaming service, though? You keep saying YouTube. That is a streaming service.
I know you're right. It is. I think YouTube is TV now. More.
It is. What are you talking about?
I feel like there's levels of streaming service you want to film.
Wait.
How can you not put YouTube?
Wait. YouTube is like the most popular video sharing site. Mr. Beast makes more money than majority of the people, whatever.
Yeah, but he's not,
and you can get ad revenue. You get ad revenue from, like, films in theory, like, that have the commercials on them, and then you could possibly make quite a bit of money on that end too.
That's possible, and you're right. I don't know if this
like here's what it is with Kevin. Hey, he old pinky out and doesn't like really feel YouTube like that.
No, I love YouTube. I just
that's because you be watching it. You be watching that trash on YouTube.
Yeah,
you don't think
YouTube look, he be watching Peter Guns like slap somebody. And well, speaking of which, somebody sent me a clip. Dude working on cheaters got cheated on and caught his girl, and I was like, oh, that's bold. Oh, you real bold. And then was cheating with a black dude.
So okay.
And then the black dude was like, she's like, hey, can I go home with you? He's like, oh, hell no.
So, first of all, send me that. Look, I'll prove your point on that today. I'm very interested in that. I want to see that.
Oh, man.
2, if I'm making Snow White a Disney project, I'm going to I'm airing it on Netflix for a minute before it goes to YouTube.
But I'm saying you have to pay. You have to pay to see it. It ain't like it's just on YouTube and you have to pay to see it.
And I get, and they gotta get their dollars how they get it.
Yeah, but if the deal's not good enough, you don't go to Netflix. You go with the best deal. Maybe they got a deal from YouTube. Maybe people go on to YouTube to see it because they want to see it. Let me stop. Go ahead.
You may have a point. I kind of think they go, look, we got to grab the dollars so we can get it. We got to get every dollar we can get and throw it on YouTube. But just a little surprised to see.
But how long does it take for something to start streaming when it was in theaters?
So I believe now it's 3 months.
3 months. So how long it took? This 2 months to get on streaming, or when did it start streaming?
Well,
No, actually, it depends.
This month.
It depends, cause like some is faster than others. Like if it's like super like red hot,
Right.
they want to get every single dollar or whatever, and they don't want to forward it anymore. They can put it up pretty fast. I mean, like within like a month.
But Sinners is not on streaming yet.
No.
Right, because
They
it's
just put it back on IMAX.
It's making money in the theater. So I'm thinking that if it's making money in the theater, it's gonna take longer to be on streaming.
Oh yeah, because like especially like if you're making that kind of money in the theaters,
Right.
Oh, you'll forward as long as it can.
Right.
So now there's been as far as that time frame. So before the pandemic, it was 75 to 90 days before you would have it streaming.
Right.
Now it's like 45 to 30. It just kind of depends on how it's doing.
They even got the dual release ones too. Well, which doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you release it in theater and release it at the house at the same time?
I think it's more of a pandemic thing as well.
Well, I mean, like,
They do it now.
Well,
they're doing one like that. I think DC film is that, like, I think it's like part of it, or it is doing a release on the Disney app.
Yeah.
And in theaters.
Part of that's probably a strategy to drive traffic too. So it's like, all right, if this person has like HBO Max, for example, like some of them is like, hey, you got the regular Max joint, but you still got to pay like another $2 or some change.
Yeah.
I like some of the stuff don't make no sense. Which at some point in time we need to get into the whole video game thing too.
What do you mean by the video game thing?
The prices going up.
Oh, I mean everything going up. But
I'm saying and Nintendo was the first one to like bring the prices up. Nobody saw that coming.
No, I did.
And immediately all the other joints was like, hey, these are prices now. All right, have a good day. I was like, oh man, like overnight, man, $100 difference in the system.
Oh yeah, with these tariffs, I was expecting that to happen.
It ain't the tariffs. They've been wanting to do that for years.
They could have done it years ago.
Not really.
Still gonna buy it.
Not really. No. Don't say
like,
that. Don't say that.
What is a price point to where you think the general people that would buy, that would go, oh no, I'm not going to buy it.
Well, I mean, $80 games is like, for certain games, that's a no go. That's what it's going to be at now.
Certain games.
Now, okay, if it's a Grand Theft Auto, which is on the way, that could cost $200 and people will buy it.
It's been on the way for a while now.
They delayed it. It was supposed to come out this month, but like they probably had to redo a bunch of stuff from some of the stuff I'm hearing. But yeah, like it depends on the game, and like AAA games, you can kind of get away with some of that, but even they're not getting the kind of market share they used to. That's why they got to do all the in-game transactions.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, like loot crates and all that stuff, which got outlawed in like the UK. Called it gambling.
On that note, we can go ahead and wrap this.
Are you sure you want to wrap it up now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You sure?
Absolutely.
I mean, unless you want to tell some stories.
I ain't got no stories to tell.
I mean, you want me to tell one of your stories?
None on this episode. You hear me?
You got something interesting?
Not at all. See, y'all trying to get me back for when we wasn't recording, and that's cool. I told you I've been on this energy drink, so this show ain't a safe space right here.
I mean, hey,
sleeping over here.
Hey, look, we ain't gonna use it against you.
You always do.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish. I ain't done yet. We ain't gonna use it against you right now.
Y'all always do. It's cool though.
No, not right now.
Right. It is cool. Like I said,
we'll use it later.
As y'all laugh, Kevin, in this episode.
All right. Thank you all for listening or watching. I am once again Kevin Mumphrey with my colleagues Victoria V.A. Jones.
Yeah. Whatever.
And Carson Knight Parkinson.
What didn't LaChat say something like that?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she said something about like whatever in that one rhyme.
Yeah, so thank you all once again for listening. I'm old. I be forgetting stuff. And that's a wrap. I think a little chat saying is yeah ho.
Yeah.